Hey guys, I hope you're well. UFC 220 was a great pay-per-view card to start off 2018. We saw some great finishes as well as two champions retaining their titles. So for this video I'll be discussing 10 fights to make after UFC 220. Okay, first up, in the main event we had Stipe Miocic vs Francis Ngannou for the UFC heavyweight title. Let's revisit my predictions for this fight. I predicted that Francis Ngannou would win the fight by knockout in the first round. Let's see if I got my prediction right. Nope, Stipe Miocic won the fight by a dominant unanimous decision. I'm sure I'm not the only one who predicted this. Come on guys, look at Francis Ngannou's last fight. I thought it would be a repeat, but Stipe Miocic was able to power the dangerous Francis Ngannou with his superior wrestling for all 5 rounds to win the fight by unanimous decision, breaking the record for the most title defenses in the heavyweight division's history. The fight that makes the most sense for Stipe Miocic in my opinion is to face former champion Cain Velasquez next. Cain Velasquez last defeated Travis Brown by TKO at UFC 200. Since that time he has been on the sidelines recovering from injuries. His teammate Daniel Cormier has mentioned numerous times that Cain Velasquez will be back in 2018. With Stipe Miocic looking unstoppable right now, Cain Velasquez presents a unique challenge for the champion, where it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. With Francis Ngannou losing to Stipe Miocic, the fight that makes the most sense for him is to face the winner of Derek Lewis vs Marcin Tybura. Derek Lewis last lost to Mark Hunt by TKO at UFC Final 110, and Marcin Tybura last lost to Fabricio Verdun by unanimous decision at UFC Final 121. I believe Francis Ngannou needs an opponent outside of the top 5 to get back his confidence, where the winner of Derek Lewis vs Marcin Tybura will be the perfect opponent for him. Okay, we'll go to the co-main event of the evening. We had Daniel Cormier vs Volkan Ozdemir for the UFC light heavyweight title. Let's revisit my predictions once again. I predicted that Volkan Ozdemir would win by knockout in the first or second rounds. Now let's see if I got my prediction right. Nope, Daniel Cormier defeated Volkan Ozdemir by TKO in the second round to retain his UFC light heavyweight title. Okay guys, hang on. If you guys saw the last 2 fights of Volkan Ozdemir, he completely starched Misa Sukuna with Jimmy Mano in under a minute, which led me to believe that he would do the same to Daniel Cormier. But DC proved me wrong. Man, I've got 2 predictions wrong so far. Anyways, the fight that makes the most sense for Daniel Cormier is to face Alexander Gustafsson next. Alexander Gustafsson last defeated Glover Teixeira by knockout at UFC Final 109. Alexander Gustafsson is known for pushing Daniel Cormier to the limit in their first fight at UFC 192, where after the 5 rounds, Daniel Cormier was given a split decision victory. This fight would be an entertaining back and forth rematch, but hopefully we could see it happen next. With Volkan Ozdemir losing to Daniel Cormier, the fight that makes the most sense for him is to face former champion Mauricio Shogun Rua next. Mauricio Shogun Rua last defeated Gian Villante by TKO at UFC Final 106. He is currently recovering from a knee injury and should be back in action in a couple of months. This fight will be a great battle between 2 great strikers, where hopefully we can see it happen next. Okay, moving on. On the main card we had Calvin Kattar vs Shane Burgos in a 3-round featherweight bout. Let's revisit my predictions once again. I predicted that Shane Burgos would win by a split decision. Did I get my prediction right? Nope. Calvin Kattar defeated Shane Burgos by TKO in the 3rd round. Okay guys, you know this fight was too close to call, as both fighters were evenly matched up. Any fighter could have won. Now I'm down with 3 wrong predictions. Not good. Okay, the fight that makes the most sense for Calvin Kattar is to face Miles Jury next. Miles Jury last defeated Rick Glenn by unanimous decision at UFC 219. Both fighters are surging up the featherweight rankings, where it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. With Shane Burgos losing to Calvin Kattar, the fight that makes the most sense for him is to face Chas Kelly next. Chas Kelly last lost to Jason Knight by TKO at UFC 211. Both fighters are coming off losses, where it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. Okay, next up we have Gian Villante vs Francima Barros in a 3-round light heavyweight bout. Let's revisit my prediction once again. I predicted that Francima Barros would win the fight by unanimous decision. Was I right? Nope. Gian Villante defeated Francima Barros by a split decision. Okay guys, I don't know what I was thinking when I picked Francima Barros to win. Now I've got 4 predictions wrong, which is embarrassing. Honestly, it is very embarrassing. Okay, the fight that makes the most sense for Gian Villante is to face Dominic Reyes next. Dominic Reyes last defeated Jeremy Kimball by a rear naked choke at UFC 218. Both fighters are outside of the top 15 light heavyweight rankings, where the winner will move up the 205-pound ladder. With Francima Barros losing to Gian Villante, the fight that makes the most sense for him is to face Jeremy Kimball next. Jeremy Kimball last lost to Dominic Reyes by a rear naked choke at UFC 218. Both fighters are coming off losses, where it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. And lastly we had Thomas Almeida vs Rob Font in a 3-round bantamweight bout. Let's revisit my predictions once again. I predicted that Thomas Almeida to win the fight by a dominant unanimous decision. Was I right? Nope. Rob Font defeated Thomas Almeida by TKO in the 2nd round. What? 5 wrong predictions in a row? Now this is disgraceful. I'm sorry guys, but I couldn't even get 1 right. This is honestly very bad. Okay, the fight that makes the most sense for Rob Font is to face Brett Johns next. Brett Johns last defeated Joe Soto by a calf slicer at the Ultimate Fighter 26 finale. Both fighters are slowly moving up the bantamweight rankings, and the winner will likely get a top 10 opponent next. With Thomas Almeida losing to Rob Font, the fight that makes the most sense for him is to face Aljamain Sterling next. Aljamain Sterling last lost to Marlon Moraes Cormier by knockout at UFC Final 123. Both fighters are coming off losses, where it will be interesting to see who comes out on top. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the new format. Let me know which fights you guys would like to see after UFC 220 in the comment section below. Thank you.